So, good afternoon students. I am Professor P.B. Ingde. So, today we have to conduct the 6th lecture of steam nozzle. So, write down the name of the topic. Effect of friction. Effect of friction. Effect of friction. Effect of friction in steam nozzle and nozzle efficiency. Right? So, what is our title? Our title is Effect of Friction in a Steam Nozzle and Nozzle Efficiency. Okay. So, very easy concept. This is one conceptual lectures. So, we know the meaning of frictions. Friction means there are various type of the frictions, right? When two bodies are rubbed to each other, that is called as the friction. And we know that whenever the friction is occurred, the heat is generated. Yes or no? Yes. So, same concept which is used in that topic, the name of the topic is effect of a friction in steam nozzle. Okay. And another simple definition, nozzle efficiency. So, see the students here. Okay. So, let consider first point, let a steam, a superheated steam flow in a convergent divergent nozzle. Yes or no? Yes. What is we consider? We consider a superheated steam. We know that the superheated steam is produced from a boiler. Then after the steam is produced from a boiler, it is passed in convergent divergent nozzles. Okay. So let's we draw the diagram of this convergent divergent nozzle here. So we know that right. So this is the convergent section of the nozzle. This is the throat. Let's we consider, suppose this is the throat section, and this one is the divergent portion of the nozzles, right? This is convergent nozzles. Okay. This is the throat section, and this portion is divergent nozzles, right? Simple diagram of convergent divergent nozzle here. Okay. Then the insulation is provided on the nozzle. We know that is the insulation. Insulation on the nozzle. Yes or no? Yes, these are the insulation. So draw this diagram. Okay. Then, so this is the suppose figure number 1. Figure number 1. So this is the inlet of a steam. This is the outlet of a steam. This is the outlet of steam. Okay, this is the inlet of a steam. Inlet steam. Right? We know that this is the section 1-1. This is the throat section 2-2. And this is the outlet section 3rd. Right? So our title is the effect of a friction in a steam nozzle and nozzle efficiency. So what type of the friction here? The friction in between the steam and nozzle walls. Okay, listen, what is the friction? The friction of a steam and nozzle wall. And what is the effect on the performance of the nozzle? That concept we have to learn in that titles. Okay. So boys, we know that let P1 initial pressure, specific volume V1, cross sectional area AC1, enthalpy H1 and velocity V1 for inlet of nozzle. Yes or no? Yes. Then pressure P2, specific volume V2, cross sectional area AC2, enthalpy H2 and velocity V2 for which section? For throat sections. For throat sections. And then finally for divergent portion. Finally P3, specific volume V3, cross sectional area AC3, enthalpy H3 and velocity is V3 or outlet sections of divergent nozzle. Okay boys? Okay. So we have to write down all the parameters which are mentioned here. So when steam is enter in a first section convergent nozzle, then from divergent nozzle, in throat section, then divergent nozzle. So we already learned the velocity equation, we already learned the critical pressure ratio, we already learned where is the maximum discharge through the nozzles. So where is the maximum discharge through the nozzle? The maximum discharge through the nozzle occurs at a throat section, we know that. And we already proved this derivation in our previous lectures also. Any student have any doubts, you watch the previous lectures on nozzles. Okay. Then we have to draw this process on a HS diagram, enthalpy versus entropy diagram, the flow of a steam through the nozzle. So see boys, here I draw here HS diagram. So this is the y-axis and this is the x-axis. This is the y, this is x-axis. Along the x-axis, consider the entropy. Entropy, we know the symbol. What is the symbol? Yes. And what is the unit? Kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Then along the y-axis, what is we consider? We consider the enthalpy H. Okay. And what is the unit? Kilojoule per kg. Along the x-axis. Okay. We know that this HS means nothing but the simple Muller chart diagram. So we have to draw the whole process whenever the steam is passing through the nozzle. From the which portion? Convergent section, throat section and divergent section of the nozzle. This flow of a steam nature we have to draw on a HS diagram. What type of the effect? What is the performance of the nozzle whenever the steam is passing through the nozzles? Okay. So let's see here. So we know that initially let a superrated stream flow in a convergent divergent nozzle. Means at initially what type of the steam we have? We have the superheated steam. So initial the nature of a steam is superheated. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So suppose we consider this point here, inlet section. Okay. For inlet section, what is, we have the enthalpy H1 enthalpy. This is the H1 enthalpy for which steam? Superheated steam. This enthalpy H1. Okay. We draw on Muller chart HS diagram H1 for which point? For initial point 1. Okay. Then we draw the here pressure line. Pressure line P1. This is the pressure P1 at initial pressure. What is the quality of a steam? The quality of a steam is superheated. So this is the pressure P1. Then we have to draw the another line. This is the saturation line. We know that this is the saturation vapor lines. Saturation vapor lines on a Muller chart diagram. This ones. Okay. So initially the steam passing inside a nozzle is superheated steam. Okay. So when steam is enter at a inlet section, what is the enthalpy? The enthalpy is H1 there, and this enthalpy H1 in which condition? In superheated condition, having a pressure P1, velocity V1, cross sectional area AC1 and specific volume is V1. So this is this condition for superheated. And we know that above the saturation line, what type of the zone here? The superheated zone. Below the saturation line, what type of the zone? There is a wet zone. Okay, we know that this concept in our first unit, the name of the unit is properties of a pure substance. So when steam is expand, the expansion of a steam through the nozzle. So see here. So I write down this point here. The steam is expand. Steam is expand as isentropic flow of nature. What type of the flow is considered there? Isentropic flow. So what is the definition of the isentropic flow? The nozzle not exchange any heat with the surrounding or not absorb any heat from the surrounding. This is the meaning of isentropic flow. Okay guys. Okay. So isentropic expansion. Expand as a isentropic flow of natures. Yes or no? Yes. So I have to draw this diagram. So this is the suppose expansion at this stage. Suppose this is the my point 3. Okay. This is my point is 2. This is section 1. Suppose this is section 2 will be there and this is the section 3 will be there. Okay. So this is the straight line. So in isentropic flow, you should be reminded enthalpy will be decreases. In isentropic flow, the enthalpy will be decreases from H1 to H2, H2 to H3. But what is constant, students? The entropy, it should be remains constant. S1 is equal to S2 is equal to S3. The entropy is constant. Entropy is constant. Right? S1 is equal to S2 is equal to S3. But enthalpy is continuously in decreasing order. In which type of the flow? Isentropic flow of a steam through the nozzles. Okay. So this is the H1. This is the H2. And this is the enthalpy H3. Yes or no? Yes. I plotted all this curve. Then we draw the pressure line here. Another pressure line. This is the pressure line P2. Then this is the pressure line P3. We know that all pressure line parallel to each others. Inlet pressure, throat pressure and exit pressure of a steam. So if you observe here, when the steam is expand in a nozzle, initially what type of the quality? Superheated steam. Then when the steam is exhaust from the nozzle, what is the quality of a steam? The quality of a steam is wet steam. You observe in diagram, because below the saturation zone, this is the which zone? This is the wet zone. Wet zone. With the steam in which form? In wet form after the expansion of a steam through the nozzles. Okay. So this is the wet zone will be there. Okay. Okay. So 1, 2 and 3. So this is the what type of the flow is there? The flow is isentropic flow of natures. So students, you listen very carefully. So isentropic flow is a imaginary process in a nozzles. Okay, I write down here. Isentropic process is ideal process. Ideal process. Yes or no? Yes. Mean ideal process, there is no any frictions. There is no any, means what is we consider? There is no any loss. Okay, in ideal. But we know that the ideal is not exogenous nature. So there is no any ideal isentropic flow nature. But what is there? There is some adiabatic natures. Adiabatic means what is? The entropy, it should not be constant. Entropy, it should be changed. That is called as the adiabatic process. Okay. So this is the ideal process, but actual process of a steam whenever passing through the nozzle is different. And this is real. Whenever the steam is passing through the nozzle, there is a actual process. Actual process means the friction of a steam with nozzle. The steam is make the contact with interior wall of the nozzle, and there is a friction in between the steam and nozzle. So what type of the curve we have to obtain here to see the student on the boards? Okay. So what type of the curve we have to get? We have to getting the curve in such a way that there is this change. Means this is our isentropic point. We have to getting this point I shifted here 3 dash, that is the actual points. Okay, I write down here the process 1, 2, 3 is isentropic expansion of a steam through nozzle means what is? Without frictions. Then another, this one, process 1, 2, 3 dash, process 1, 2, 3 dash is actual process through nozzle with frictions. What is most important there? With friction will be there. There is a frictions. Okay. So do you understand? Yes. So due to the frictions, the point 3 will be shifted at 3 dash, and we are to getting the another new enthalpy will be there. So see here. So this is the this one. This is the H3 dash, and this is the point H3. Okay. So this much drop in the sections. This is the drop of enthalpy. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So this process in a steam upon nozzle, because of what is the actual not process, it is the isentropic process, but the steam passing through the actual condition. So what is the process? The process is 1, 2, 3 dash is the actual process through the nozzle with a frictions. Okay, so we understand now that when the steam is passing through the nozzle, there is a friction. The friction in between the wall of the nozzles and a steam. So what is the effect of this friction on performance? Very IMP. What is the effect of friction? What is the effect of friction on performance? Performance of nozzle. So what is we observed here? What is we observed when the friction? So very easily, when the friction will be there, so what is the reduction in the enthalpy drop? You observe very easily. Without friction, how much enthalpy drop? H1 minus H3 dash. Without, if you observe here, I understand. Without friction, how much enthalpy drop? H1 minus H3. Okay, but with the friction, and this is the actual process. So what? How much drop there? H1 minus H3 dash. Okay, so effect of a friction on a performance of a nozzle means what is reduction in a enthalpy drop. Okay, reduction in enthalpy drop. Okay, yes or no? Which one? H1 minus H3 dash. H1 minus H3 dash. Okay, and in actual, this is the actual, and in ideal, 1 to this one. Ideally, I write down here. Suppose where is write down? Suppose here, star here. Ideal conditions. Ideal condition. What is H1 minus H3? So overall conclusion is what is reduction in a enthalpy drop due to the frictions. Then another point here, what is very easy. Another point is after the friction, what is reheating of the fluid? Very easy. Because of the friction, lot of heat will be generated when the steam is passing through the nozzle. This steam is passing. This steam make the contact with the wall of the nozzle. There is a friction in between the nozzle and wall, and reheating of the fluid. So this is the another point, reheating of a fluid. This is the second impact. Third impact, what is? Very easy, tell me. Yes, correct. Reduction in the exit velocity, right? This is the third. Reduction in exit velocity. Reduction in exit velocity. Yes. Why reduction in exit velocity? Because the mass flow rate is decreases. That's why the reduction in the exit velocity. This is a D point. Mass flow rate is decreases. Mass flow rate is decreases. Another E point. Tell me, what is the another E point? So because of the heating, we observe here, reheating of a fluid. So because of the heating, what happen? Yes, correct. The specific volume will be increases. Correct. The specific volume of steam increases. Okay. Then another point. Yes, because of the reheating, what is dryness fraction is also correct. What is increases? Dryness fraction increases. Yes or no? Yes, because more dry quality of a steam is obtained will be there. That's why dryness fraction will be increases. Okay. So these are the effect of a friction on nozzles. Okay. So students, where is the maximum friction of a steam in nozzle? Do you tell me where is the maximum friction? Very easy. Where is the maximum portion? The maximum friction of a steam in a divergent section of a nozzles. Why here is a more friction? What is the reason? The reason behind that, the area, then length and diameter of the divergent section is very larger as compared to the throat section and convergent section of the nozzles. So that's why there is a more friction in between the which zone of the nozzle? Divergent section of the nozzles. Okay. Then another there is a too much parameters is there also. Means the friction is also depends upon the shape, size of the nozzle. Then another also what type of the material is used for to construction of the nozzles, and last one what type of the angle will be theirs. Okay, in which zone this divergent section made what type of the angle with throat section, and this throat made what type of the angle with convergent section. So this convergent divergent angle is also too much important for the friction of a steam through the nozzles. Yes or no? Yes, because we know that more the angles, then more time is required for the flow of separation. That time more amount of the friction will be there. So what is the standard angle will be there? We have to maintain the standard angle will be there. How much? 20 degree in between the this divergent section with throat section of the nozzle. How much angle? 20 degree. Okay. So these are the very simple concept of effect of a friction in a steam nozzle on the performance. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Now, students, we have to discuss now another topic. What is nozzle efficiency? This is the second topic here. Very easy definition, nozzle efficiency. So see here, nozzle efficiency. The nozzle efficiency, So nozzle efficiency show by the letter this one. Okay, eta n. So what is the definition nozzle efficiency? Nozzle efficiency is defined as it is a ratio of actual enthalpy drop upon isentropic enthalpy drop. It is called as the nozzle efficiency. Okay, what is here? I write down here actual enthalpy drop upon isentropic enthalpy drop is called as the nozzle efficiency. Okay, so we know that efficiency is what is always less than 1. So in majority the nozzle efficiency is changed from 90%. What is the how much here? 90% nozzle efficiency for a steam flow through the nozzles. Okay, so actual enthalpy drop upon isentropic enthalpy drop. So where is the actual enthalpy drop? If you observe in diagram, where is the actual? Actual is which one? H1 minus H3 dash. Okay, you see here nozzle efficiency H1 minus this one, actual 1, 2, 3 dash, H1 minus H3 dash upon isentropic, which one? H1 minus H3, H1 minus H3. This is the isentropic enthalpy drop. Simple definition. Also, apart from this, there is also the one more definition of this nozzle. What is this definition? This definition is nozzle efficiency is also. How can you define another definition? Very easy. Actual kinetic energy at a nozzle exit. Okay. What is the definition? Actual kinetic energy at nozzle exit to the isentropic kinetic energy of a steam through a nozzle exit. This is the another definition for which nozzle efficiency. What is actual kinetic energy of a steam exit upon isentropic kinetic energy of a steam exit. This is the another definition of the nozzle efficiency. If you write down this mathematically, the formula of this, how can you write down? Actual upon isentropic. So where is the actual? Very easy. Actual is what is V3 dash. Isentropic is what is V3, correct? So how can you write down here? Kinetic energy means V3 square upon, yes, V3 dash upon V3 square. This is the nozzle efficiency of a steam flowing through the nozzles. Do you got it? Okay. So there are two definitions here. I repeat once again. One is the actual enthalpy drop upon isentropic enthalpy drop, H1 minus S3 dash upon H1 minus S3. Another definition, actual kinetic energy of a steam exit. Kinetic energy means what is the kinetic energy? 1 by 2 m V square. So I can just explain where. Suppose here, you see here, very simple. Kinetic energy means 1 upon 2 m. So mass flow rate consider per unit mass. That's why there is no any mass will be there. So what is the in actual V3? Actual V3 dash square minus V1 square upon 1 by 2 V3 means in second isentropic. So V3 square minus V1 square. We got this formula. So this 1 by 2 is get cancelled. And we know that initial velocity considered in nozzle is negligible. It is 0. So this V1 becomes 0. This V1 is also become 0. So what is remaining? V3 dash square upon V3 square. That's why I am write down directly here. V3 dash square upon V3 square. Actual kinetic energy of a steam exit upon isentropic enthalpy of a steam exit from a nozzles. Do you got it from this equation? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So I erase this. So this is the complete simple portion of the effect of a friction in a steam nozzle and nozzle efficiency. Okay. So any doubt here? So any doubt, you call me or write down any comments in my video lectures during when you watching. Okay guys? Okay. So there I tell you some two definition, very simple definition. One is the simple definition. What is? I erase this portion. You see. So two simple definition from this diagram. So look at the guys here. One is the nozzle velocity coefficient. Nozzle velocity coefficient. One simple definition. Nozzle velocity coefficient. Nozzle velocity coefficient. It is shown by the letter CV is equal to CV. So nozzle velocity coefficient CV is equal to, what is the definition? It is very easy. It depends upon this definition. This nozzle efficiency, what is? Actual kinetic energy of a steam exit upon isentropic kinetic energy of a steam exit. So in nozzle velocity coefficient, there is a velocity. So nozzle velocity coefficient means what is we write down there? Actual velocity, correct. Actual velocity at nozzle exit upon isentropic velocity of a steam, isentropic velocity of a steam at nozzle exit. At a nozzle exit. So what is in mathematical? CV is equal to velocity. What is? Tell me the boys. Velocity symbol is V. So what is here? Tell me. Yes, V3 dash upon V3. So V3 dash actual velocity V3 dash upon isentropic V3. Right? One more definition also there if you consider this one. Nozzle efficiency. If you remove the square root, this nozzle efficiency is under root. So what is we get another definition also, or definition V3 dash upon V3 is equal to under root of nozzle efficiency. Yes or no? Yes. This is the also one more definition of what is nozzle velocity coefficients. What is? It is a ratio of actual velocity at a nozzle exit upon isentropic velocity of a steam at nozzle exit. Means what is? V3 dash upon V3. Or another definition, square root of nozzle efficiency. Square root. If you remove the square root, this nozzle efficiency under root. So square root of nozzle efficiency, nothing but the nozzle velocity coefficients. So this is the third definitions. And last definition is coefficient of discharge. Last definition. Very easy definition. This one also. Where is I am write down? I write down here. Coefficient of discharge. Coefficient of discharge. It is shown by the letter CD. Coefficient of discharge. So this coefficient of discharge is defined as it is a ratio of actual mass flow rate. Actual mass flow rate of steam upon what is isentropic mass flow rate of steam. This what is? CD is equal to m dot upon actual means what is we write down here? M dash dot m dot. Yes or no? Yes. So these are the various definitions we have to discuss here. Nozzle efficiency, nozzle velocity coefficient, then coefficient of a discharge. Okay. And then some another parameters, effect of a friction on performance of the nozzles, then diagram of HS and convergent divergent nozzles. So I stop here. Thank you very much.